Okay, today we are gonna have a solved example regarding the mode choice and selection models. We have an airline. It's called Eastern Airlines. This company is providing a service to an OD bear, an origin destination. Okay, and this company is performing an optimization for its fleet. The optimization results show that it must increase the layover time for the mentioned link to be 3 hours. يعني الشركة دي بتخدم origin destination معين، تمام، وبيعملوا optimization وسكادجولينج للطيارات بتاعتهم، فاضطر ان هو هيزود اللي اوفر. Lay over time is basically the waiting time connection flight. So here this company is studying if it increases the layover time from 2 to 3. Okay, there's other competitors that are serving the same origin destination pair, and the total demand on this link was estimated to be 1,450 passengers per week. The following table shows the current service parameters by the different service providers serving the same OD bear, subject of this problem. So basically this is the parameters schedule. Let me open just a whiteboard. These are the service parameters from different competitors, including Eastern Airline, and it says here that the utility function was found. They conducted a study, a survey, and they were able to identify that that's the utility function by passengers using this, for this OD bear. The utility function is shown here, and it's basically U equal minus 0.4 multiply number of stops minus 0.5 multiply layover time minus 0.008 multiply the price in US dollars. Any questions so far? So now here are the requirements. You are asked to determine the current market share. So we need to know how much trips and what's the market share for the company, and what else? Determine the current market share by each carrier and the current revenue for Eastern Airline. Also evaluate the impact of increasing the layover time to 3 hours on revenues for Eastern Airlines. 3. Suggest an action for carrier Eastern Airlines to maintain the same revenues. Suppose the aircrafts used by Eastern Airlines to serve that link was operating near 90% of its maximum capacity. What is the maximum expected revenue that Eastern Airlines could potentially achieve on that link? Okay, let's start solving this problem. Let's start with the first part here, which is basically determine the current market share by each carrier. So in order to do that, we need to calculate the utility function for each carrier. So we're gonna just make this UA. So let's calculate the utility function for the first company. UA equal minus 0.4 multiply number of stops 0 minus 0.5 layover, of course, 0 minus 0.008 multiply 2600 equals
minus 20.8.
good. And here UE, that's for Eastern Airline, equal minus 0.4 multiply the stops. How many stops we have? We have 2 stops minus 0.5 multiply.
One step.
What that?
Sir, I think we have one stop.
I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Thank you. So this one is 1 minus 0.5 multiply 2 minus 21. I'm sorry. 0.008 multiply 2100 equals
Minus 17.4.
17.4. Good. And n equal minus 0.4 multiply how many stops? 2 stops multiply 0.5 multiply 9 minus 0.008 multiply 1800. How much?
Minus 18.1.
Minus 18.1. Let's calculate now the negative exponent e to the power u a equal e to the power minus 20.8 equal, and here e to the power
9.26.
9.26 multiply 10 to the power
Minus 10.
minus
10.
10. Okay, here e minus 17.4 equals,
Doctor,
yes,
the second one, I got it minus 18.2. UE.
UE.
Yes.
So this one is going to be 18.2. Okay.
For the third one, Doctor, I got it minus 19.7.
This one 19.7.
The third one.
Okay.
But should
19.
somebody check it for me? Maybe I'm wrong.
19.7. Okay, just calculate the exponent here, and I'm going to check it myself. So this is going to be 18 minus 2. So this one is 1.24 times 10 to the power minus 8. And the first one is actually 20.8. Yes, it's 19.7. You are right. This one is 19 minus 19.7. So here that's E, utility of n equal e to the power minus 19.7 equals, so this is shift E. So this is 2.7, 8 multiply 10 to the power minus 9. So the percentage for Arabian jets PA equal 9, which is basically e to the power u a divided over summation of e u I. Let's just calculate the summation. Summation of e to the power u I equal, we have this plus 1.247 exponent minus 8 plus 9.26 exponent minus 10. So this would be 1.6178 multiplied 10 to the power minus 8. So here this will be 9.26 multiply 10 to the power minus 10 divided by 1.6178 multiply 10 to the power minus 8 equals. So this is basically 0.057, okay, and so that's the percentage of passengers on that link that will be using this provider. Okay, so for E we have e to the power u e divided over summation of EUI equal 1.247 multiply 10 to the power minus 8 divided by 1.6178 multiply 10 to the power minus 8. So this would be
0.769.
okay. Go ahead.
0.77.
77.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And P of northeast airline. So we have E to the power U N divided by summation of EUI equal how much? 2.78 multiply 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 1.6178 multiply 10 to the power minus 8 equals
0.171.
0.17.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let us make just a sanity check just to make sure that we are on the correct page, and it adds all to 1. You know, these proportions must add here to 1.0. So we have 0.77 plus 0.057 plus 0.17. We are missing 3 here.
Equal 0.997.
Yes, this way it's correct now. Okay, so these are basically the percentage, okay, of travelers that will be using option A, option E, and you know the first option. Okay, we'll have 5.7% of travelers using. For the Eastern Airline, we'll have 77%. For here, we'll have 17.3%. Okay, now we want to translate this into revenue. So here, these are the market share. What we calculated so far are just the market share. حصة كل شركة في الديماند اللي موجود. واضح يا شباب؟ Now we want to go to the revenues. Revenues اللي هو الدخل. Okay? So how to get the revenue? Let's do this. Revenue, let me just move this down. Revenue equal number of trips times proportion for that's revenue for A, for example. Proportion of A multiply price of A. As simple as that. So let's go back here. So what is the proportion? Let's go for, revenue of A equal the total demand for that segment. I think it was 1,450 passengers. per week. So here, total demand or total demand 1450 passengers per week. So here we have 1450, and out of those 1450 we have only 0.057, 5%, 0.7 will be boarding on Arabian jets. Okay, multiply the ticket price, which is how much? 2600. So that's the revenue for alternative A. Revenue for Eastern Airlines equals 1450 multiply 0.77 multiply 2100. Revenue for Northeast equal 1450 multiply 0.173, okay, multiply 1800.
The first one,
Yes,
214890.
214,
890.
yes, 90. So that's basically
Yes.
214,000 US dollars and 890. Okay, for the second alternative,
2,344.
so you mean 2 million.
Yeah,
Okay,
2 million, yes.
2
yes,
million, 2 million and 300,000 and 44,000. 0.650.
correct this way?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. For the third option, for Northeast,
4515
151530.
30.
So this is 450,000 and 530 US dollars. Okay, so now that's the current revenue. So this is per week. Okay, so now, so this way we are done with the first requirement that we had. Okay, now evaluate the impact of increasing the layover time to 3 hours on revenues for Eastern Airline. We are done with this part. Let's go to the second point. Evaluating the impact of increasing the layover time to be 3 hours on the revenue. So let's go to UE dash. That's the new utility function. It's gonna be minus 0.4 multiply one stop, okay, minus 0.5 multiply 3 minus 0.008 multiply 2100 equals minus 18.7. E to the power minus U E dash equal e to the power minus 18.7 equal, that's the logit model. So we have here E minus 18.7. So now we have this 7.563 multiply 10 to the power minus 9. Now we have to recalculate this new one. The other two did not change. So here we are going to use, sigma E to the power utility I, that's the new one, equals. So the new summation will be 1.127 multiply 10 to the power minus 8. Can someone check with me, please? Then now we have we need to determine the percentage, the percentage of users for the Eastern, the new percentage. It will be 7.563 multiply 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 1.127. You can simplify this basically by eliminating this and just eliminating this. So it's basically to the power minus 1. So you can do this like this. 0.7563 divided by 1.127 equals 0.7563 divided by 1.127. 67. 1 point. Okay, now we see that there is almost a reduction of 10% of demand. Okay, so the change, the expected change in revenue equal 0.77 minus 0.671 divided by 0.77 equals, it's even more than 10%. So we have 0.77 minus answer divided by 0.77. Oh, so that's basically 0.12 85, which is basically 12.85% reduction. So in terms of money equals 0.1285 multiply the original revenue, which is 2,344,650 equals في 2,344,650. So that means the reduction will be 301, and here is 230 US dollars. Okay, so now what the company wants, we did the evaluation and we seen that if we increase the layover time, we will end up with this loss. We're going to lose this amount. This is negative actually. So now we are done with this part. The question now, suggest an action for carrier Eastern Airlines to maintain the same revenues. You see?
أتوقع they should increase their original price to maintain the same revenue with the extra delay, the 3-hour delay if they want.
Okay, that's a suggestion. What about the rest? Okay, can you elaborate and explain to us how did you come up with this suggestion?
Doctor, I think it's basic math, because if we increase the layover, the revenue will decrease. So therefore, if we want to maintain the same revenue, we should increase the price of the ticket, so we can cover the losses, the 300,000 loss.
Okay, here if you increase the price, okay, then you are going to affect the utility function. okay, and the utility function value will go up. Okay, let's look at it together. Who is that speaking? مين اللي بيتكلم يا شباب دلوقتي؟ باشمهندس. Okay, let me just elaborate on this suggestion, which is basically increasing the price. What will happen if we increase the price? Actually, you might think that you are going to increase demand, but you are not going to increase demand. You will increase the ticket price, but you will reduce the demand. The number of travelers interested in selecting this trip will go down. Okay, and they might end up shifting and going to other better alternatives.
معلش يا دكتور بس النت قطع.
اوكي تاني بس كنت عاوز اعرف منك دلوقتي على اي اساس on what basis you made that suggestion.
لأن يا دكتور إذا يعني رفعوا وقت الانتظار 3 ساعات المدخول حقهم بقل ب300,000 صحيح؟
صحيح.
فعشان كذا إذا نبغى يعني نعوض الخسارة دي لازم نرفع السعر الأساسي يعني بفاكتور معين عشان لما نسوي يعني الحسبة بيكون الريفينيو يعني من
جميل. هنا لو انت رفعت السعر ده ايه اللي هيحصل؟ اليوتيليتي فانكشن دي هتزيد، صح؟
صحيح.
طب انت هنا لو رفعت السعر خليته $2300 وعندك waiting 3 hours، طب ما هو الاف ده ان انا اخد بقى دايركت فلايت اللي هي 2600 وما انتظرش ولا ساعه.
صحيح.
فاللي هيبتدي يحصل ايه؟ ده بالعكس، ده الديماند اللي هيجي لك هيقل. يعني هو الريفينيو هنا حصل لها دروب ليه؟ نتيجه ان حصل دروب ان ديماند. الناس مش طايقه تنتظر 3 ساعات. فانت لما هتزيد التيكت برايس، واخد بالك؟ فهنا الاستراتيجي هتبقى ايه؟
نخفض السعر.
برافو عليك. reduce ticket price. reduce price. ايه اللي في ايدي في اليوتيليتي فانكشن اهي؟ ايه اللي في ايدي اقدر اغيره؟ هي وان ستوب خلاص دي محدده، واللي اوفر تايم ده اللي ايفالويتنج. يبقى هنا لو نزلت البرايس انا زودت من هنا انزل من هنا، خلاص. فانا هحاول اشوف الاوريجينال يوتيليتي فانكشن قد ايه. تمام، يعني هنقول دلوقتي the new price equals كام. تمام، سوري، النيو برايس بتاعنا هيبقى كام؟ تعال نشوف. انا كان في عندي الفرق دلتا يوتيليتي فانكشن فور ايسترن ايرلاين كانت بتساوي كام؟ minus 18.2 minus 18.7، صح؟ اللي هي كانت بتديني minus point او plus point 5، صح؟ طب تعال نشوف. عاوز اغير البرايس بحيث ان هو يبقى ده 0.008 multiply دلتا برايس. تمام، يبقى هنقول دلتا برايس equal 0.5 divided by 0.008. The change in price will be this value, 0.5 divided by 0.008. هيبقى 62.5 وهيبقى بالنيجاتيف ماينس. تمام؟
بلس أول شيء دكتور تلتين.
ايه؟ لا هنا دي
بلس.
هتبقى هنا الكوفيشنت دي هتبقى بالماينس، احنا قلنا هيبقى فيه ريدكشن. اوكي، يعني هنعمل ريدكشن في البرايس. يبقى النيو برايس هيبقى كام؟ هناخد احنا 62.5. let's see. يبقى ال UE dash equal minus 0.4 multiply 1 minus 0.5 multiply 3 minus 0.008. The new price equal 2100 minus 62.5 يعني هيساوي 2037.5 dollars. Multiply 2037.5 equals. المفروض ان الكلام ده هيديني minus 18 point. We need to reduce the ticket price in order to adjust the utility function as shown here. So the change in the price, it was calculated to be a drop of minus 62.5 US dollars. So this way the new price will be 2100 minus 60. Let's just to simplify it, make it 65, just to make it a whole number. Minus 65 US dollars. So we are going to end up with 2035 US dollars. So that's the new ticket price. Let's see. Now, after we make this, we are going to get back the same percentage, 77%, because now the utility function will be, almost 18.2. Let's check on the new revenue. Revenue for Eastern Airlines after this adjustment. So we have 1450 passenger trips multiplied by 0.77 multiplied by the new price, which is 2035 US dollars. So this way we will end up with a total income of, okay, here we will have 2,272 and 0.77 US dollars. Oops. Now we see that we have still a reduction, okay, from that value. That was the original revenue. And now we have this revenue. So now we need to adjust even the price more in order to attract more passengers. So we need to increase the market share beyond this value in order to compensate for the drop in this price. Okay, so now let's iterate and see how can we achieve that. Let's go to this revenue. So the original revenue of Eastern Airline is 2,344,650, and now the price is how much? Is 2000. Let's try for 2020, and let's see how many passengers. This way, that means we need to have this sum of passengers. So we need to have out of the 1450, this is 1160 passengers. So this contributes to what percentage? 1160 divided by 1450. Okay, so this is basically 80%. So we need to increase this to 80%. Let's try and see with this price what is going to be the new utility function. So UE double dash equal. Again, we have minus 0.4 multiply number of stops, which is 1, minus 0.5 multiply 3 hours, that's for the layover time, minus 0.008 multiply 2020. That will yield the following. 0.4 multiply 1. That will give us minus 18.06. Let's see how this will be reflected in the market share. So this will give us the negative exponent of minus U double dash E. Double dash here, that does not mean second differentiation or second order differentiation, okay? So it's E to the power minus 18.06. So this will be 1.434 multiply 10 to the power minus 8. Let's check now the summation for all E to the power I. It will be 1.434 multiply 10 to the power minus 8 plus okay, so basically we have these values. This instead of this is going to be 1.434, okay, times 10 to the power minus 8. So basically the sum for E to the power equals 1.6178 plus 1.434 minus 1.247. It will be 1.8048 multiply 10 to the power minus 8. Okay, let's take this and let's go down here. Okay. So basically this will be the new summation will be this value. It will be 1.8048 multiplied 10 to the power minus 8. So the proportion of passengers that will be using now Eastern Airline is going to be what was the exponent here? Yes, 1.434 multiply 10 to the power minus 8 divided by 1.8048. So this will equal, multiply 10 to the power minus 8. This will equal 0.7945, which is almost, 80%. Okay, let's check now the new revenues. It will be basically 1450 multiply 0.7945 multiply 220. So the revenue will be 2,200,302,730, which is almost okay our target that was here. Maybe you are a little bit short of 10,000 US dollars, but we can live with that. Okay, if you reduce this, to be 2015, it's just fine tweaking, but we are not gonna do that here now. So now, before going any further, we need to check whether the airline will be able to accommodate the new level of demand. So here the new number of passengers equal 1450 multiply 0.7945 equals this equals 1152 passengers. Okay, here in the problem it says that suppose the aircrafts used by Eastern Airline to serve was operating near 90% of its maximum capacity. Okay, what is the maximum expected revenue that Eastern Airlines could potentially achieve on that link? So let's check now that originally when we had 77%, the basic number of passengers was equal to 1450 multiply 0.77. So that's basically 1116 passengers. That contributes to 90% of Eastern Airline capacity on that link. So this means the maximum capacity for Eastern Airlines on that link will be, that link will be how much? Will be 1116 divided by 0.9. So that's 1240 passengers. So that's the maximum number of passengers. That means the maximum revenue for EA under the new prices will be 1240 multiply 2015. So this is going to be 2,498,600 US dollars. Okay? Any questions so far? Any questions يا شباب؟
clear.
Okay. So this way, let me just stop the recording here.